Please check your headphones at this time. Music will help you check your volume. That's right, you're here at Agb132 Agribusiness. Some people call it the business of agriculture. We're talking to you about our hybrid class. I'd like to welcome you. My name is Mr. Gless, or Ray Gless, and the pilot program instructor is Ms. Charbonneau. We will be working to put together this hybrid agribusiness class for you, and this is a pilot program. Understand the Agb132 Hybrid is an agribusiness class online. It's part of the e-learning concept. It's a blending of non-traditional education with traditional learning. Well, with that being said, the class model looks like this. Of course, Agb132 is a year-long class. You can see where it's broken down to the first and second semester here. And this part right here in the blue area is teacher-directed. So teacher-directed means that the teacher, Ms. Charbonneau, will work on the IET, or the AET, the ECAP, the FFA, SAE, CDE, any kind of lab activity may have to have hands-on activities to it. So she will be involved with that part right here. The hybrid part, or the online portion, will be dealing with these principles. The ag business is first semester, ag marketing is second semester, and the econ or economic standards will be based within strands throughout this, even though we're still developing those strands. And so this will be like a block program where mostly I think this first pilot program is divided up just like a college class would be Monday and Wednesdays. You may use some Fridays to finish anything off. So the online curriculum will be basically based in online. So your course timeline will be as follows. Everything's broken down into modules, which is your learning activities are in each module based on per week. Your start date always starts on Wednesday. It'll open up at 12:01 a.m. and it will close the following Tuesday at 11 p.m. And so your schedule would look something like this for the online portion. So basically it opens on Wednesday. So you have all day, all Wednesday to work on it in class if that may need to be. But then you have a Friday, and then you come back around, and then you have your Monday work day. And then at 11 p.m. on Tuesday, then it will close. And then again, Wednesday, a new module will open up. And so that's that timeline, how the online course will work. So your non-traditional and traditional calendar. Understand the traditional calendar gives you start, end dates, due dates, and closing dates. So it keeps students on task, keep yourself on task that you kind of follow, that you have to meet these times. The non-traditional calendar is basically it's 24/7 access. It's open. There's a set period of time which is open, which we just talked about, from Wednesday to the following Tuesday, and then you work until the work's done, and then the window closes, and then that's when it stops. So you want to make sure everything is done before that window closes. Okay, and so the key here is time management is the key. So you want to make sure that you follow everything that we provided for you so that you can meet all those objectives without running out of time. So example of the Agb132 hybrid calendar as such, and you have this one in your first module you'll be looking at, and I would say you refer to this mostly, and sometimes some people print it out and keep it in their notebook someplace so they can always refer to it. So basically it's set up by the month and date here, and it's along with the college schedule. So basically most of the work is done within the college schedule. The first 2 weeks of this year, for example, you're in high school, no college classes started. But, and so the week is set up, for example, 0 week will be when you're starting it with 0 week, which is basically introduction to orientation week. Okay. And that will be done. And then each week is marked with a number 1, 2, 3, 4 as it goes through, as you can read your calendar. The dates are on there. Wednesday, remember, each module starts and it closes the following Tuesday, and it tells you the activity that happens there as well. So this is one way if you can kind of track yourself, making sure that you're not missing out on anything. Okay, and then the due dates are highlighted in green, so you know that those are due dates when it's at 11 p.m. They need to be turned in by 11 p.m. So your checklist is like a roadmap to success. And so if it's a step-by-step information for you so that you know what's to be done in each module. Okay, it's a student and instruction verification contract, so the teacher knows what needs to be done during that time, and the student needs to know what's done during that time. All the quizzes, assignments, things that we use to check you off, making sure you have understanding of that. It's included in the checklist, so there's no surprises. You know exactly what needs to be done. Okay, so this is an example of a checklist, a module checklist. Each module will have that first thing you'll open up is looking at your checklist, so you can view what needs to be done in that module. And that's the purpose of that is your roadmap for success, so that you can make sure you can get everything done on time, and time management is a key. You notice in this, there's little codes in there too as well. And you'll see the C there, which stands for checklist. The LV stands for lecture video. W stands for workshop. P, project. R means you're probably going to have to read something for an assignment. A is an actual assignment where you know it has to submit that assignment. T, which represents templates. There will be templates provided sometimes for you to fill in and complete and turn in. And at the end, there's always what they call a CQ, which is a checklist quiz. And it could be a yes, no, it could be true, false, it could be multiple choice, short answers. Those are ways to verify what you've done in there is completed. And of course, the great thing about online, we can always go back and see how much time you spent on any assignment, and if you submitted it on time, and when did you work on it, and things of that nature. So in the online hybrid world, you want to be a problem solver and not a problem creator, which means that when you're working on online and hybrids, you have to solve the problems that come up, and you need to make sure you manage those problems and make sure you work through them. Okay. There's a favorite saying I love to say. It's we're all stories in the end. Just make it a good one. Hope you have a great one this time. This is a picture of a farm I grew up on, just for information's sake. But have a great year, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you.